Hi. Hello. Let's check out this video. You can find this video. I randomly watched it well, nothing is random. God plans everything. God does everything, so it's okay. We can rest assured knowing that everything's okay. He may want us to work. He may want us to not be okay. But one day, it'll always be okay. And right now, we don't have to work, right? We're watching a video. And who knows why you would have to work? Don't worry about it. Okay, I found this video. Somehow it was in my news feed. I don't even know how I found it, but I looked it up by. It was on the side and it says multiple caskets leaking bodily fluids at this abandoned mausoleum. They played a commercial. Come on. It was like on the side. Let's watch it. It's one of the side videos. Here's the beginning of the video. Look how strange.
Fascinating graveyard. Today,
It's way
we
out
are
in
at
the
the
country.
Good Shepherd
It's like way out in the country or something.
Memorial Park Cemetery here in Plains Township, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to show you this abandoned mausoleum that sits on this property. I seen this online, so I thought I'd come over and show you guys the conditions of it. This place was condemned by the building inspector back in 2015. It's kind of a sordid story of who's responsible for these conditions at the cemetery. And as you can see, just me showing you, this place is not at all kept up whatsoever. So according to records online, it looks like
one car and
the
one
Unity
person.
Light of Christ Church and its pastor, Larry Dominski, is the owner of this place. And let me just say really quick before I go in, look at that mold right there. That's black mold. And I don't even have a mask going in there.
Okay, let's turn the volume down. This guy may not know what he's talking about. Because now, well, when he filmed it, he might know what he was talking about. Yeah, 4 years ago. But today, who knows what happened to the place? They may have put the bodies someplace else into a grave in the ground. I don't know if they're keeping them there or if they renovated this building. Maybe they did some work to the building. I'm not sure what it's like now. But this guy's page, Lamont at Large, he knows what he's talking about for sure. Look, I mean, he has 663,000 subscribers. I don't know, and he wow, this video got 2.3 million views. 2.3 million views. Okay, this is scary. Let's watch it with the sound off. I watched this early this morning at 3 something a.m. I woke up at 3 something a.m. a little early for some reason. He goes in. Check this out. This is so weird here on the left. Watch this. Look at what's coming out of the casket or the place. It says, the way that God made it look like what it says. I don't know what it really says on the thing, but it looks like it says Pig Mary. Like she was a pig. She died a pig. She liked being with men. You know? She liked being with men. She died in 1979. How frightening. And her dead body has been suffering in there, stuck in that little small space, decaying and rotting since 1979 until the fluids came out of her body and leaked through this thing onto the ground. And he said it smells good. It smells sweet because they injected her with embalming fluid. They injected all these bodies that are leaking out through here with an embalming fluid. But she died a pig, the way that God made it look, right? When he walked in on the video, these flowers were covering up something, maybe, or not, maybe covering up nothing. And it says pig, Mary, she died a pig. And she liked men. She liked to try to show her nakedness to them, or something like that. And so she died a pig, and she's rotting in there, suffering. It's been 46 years since after she was buried, after she died and was buried. About 46 years. See what the guy says. Lamont at Large, subscribe to him. Subscribe to him. Look, he's got a good channel. Lamont at Large. 8,000 something comments. Okay.
Whatever it is on the floor is very slippery. I don't even want to know what it is. Wow. You can see the caskets have leaked out. What that is on the floor, I don't know. I don't think I want to know. Look at that. That is.
Wiskind, Lucille C. Like Lucille Ball. Hey, that's pretty good. When Lucille Ball was famous, she must have thought that was pretty good. She died in 1986. And here's what happened after I watched this video. Here's what happened after I watched this video. I'm going to look up John Birmingham. Go to my other channel. I was on my second channel there. Here's some videos. Hey, this is a live video right now. I thought I was just filming. Hey, this is a live video. Are people watching this? I guess people are watching this. Hi. Check out my post. Look at this. Here's what really happened this morning to me. Okay, I woke up at 3 something a.m. Right now it's 6:43 a.m. I'll go here in the video so I can. Yeah, 6:43 a.m. It's showing on the top right. Okay. This is one of the strangest videos I watched this morning around 4 a.m. After I'd been awake a little while. I ate some stuff. Instead of having coffee, I ate something. And I got a little afraid of zombies rising from the dead after watching this video. And I didn't know why, but in real life, the guy who made this video was all alone at this place, way out in the woods on some kind of normal road, like in Pennsylvania, or wherever. And he was all by himself, and zombies could have started coming out, and it was late at night, and it made me think of zombies because of the bodily fluids of the dead bodies leaking out of these burial places where he talked about in this video. And so this is one of the strangest videos I watched this morning around 4 a.m. And then I got a little afraid of zombies rising for the dead. And then a little later this morning, I smelled a really strong, it wasn't strong. There's no strength about it. It was not any lifting weights or anything like that. It was like somebody from the 1960s who had died in the 1960s. And they were coming to see me after they had died. And I was born in 77, but it was like some calm, nice person from the 1960s, and they had died, and they were in my house, and I could smell, because when he talked about the embalming fluids, he said that their dead bodies smelled like a little bit sweet in there, the fluids leaking out of these graves, because they had the embalming fluid, so it did something that smelled kind of sweet. And I noticed a smell in my house after I had used the old Listerine, the old-timey Listerine. And it's back. It was here. It was here. I was on this computer and I smelled it from back in there. It's kind of dark in there. It's kind of dark in there. Well, I turned the light on now. I turned the lights on now because I was a little afraid. And I used the old timey Listerine. And I know the old Listerine had something to do with what they had. I know they had that Listerine back then. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna try to not show my search history or anything. Oh crap. Well, let me cover up the search history. Let me delete the search history, and then I'll show you on here. Okay. Jeez. No. Hi. Maybe I'll stop lifting weights and be a nice, calm person who's a little chubby, or I don't know, or skinny, or something like that. But physical training is good. There's no reason to stop physical training because God told us physical training is good. So it's good to do some kind of physical training. I'm going to delete the search history on here. I think you can't see what I'm doing. You can only see me. I'm trying to delete the search history so you can't see it, okay? The guy who is the stalker, stop trying to look up stuff about me or whatever, delete browsing data. All time. Delete browsing data. Okay, because there's some stalker guy who, he tries to look up the webs. He tries to see little things I looked up on the computer or whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to look up Listerine. Did they have it in the 1960s? Because I know that had something to do with it. Because before I smelled the strong smell of not Listerine, but it did some kind of chemical thing to smell like a bathroom from the 1960s, and these other sweet smells, because I had a Danish and these Danishes that they used to have back then in the 1960s too. So it was like some ghost who came to visit me, and they recognized the things from back then in a house that was built in 1960. This house was built in 1960, and they came to me in this house after I watched that video, and it wasn't scary anymore. It was a good spirit who had died and was probably in a casket buried in the 1960s. And I'm going to look up on here. When was Listerine made the classic thing? Classic Listerine. 1879. Yeah, it's probably around in the 1960s. I'm going to look up Listerine 1963. Listerine 1862. I guess that's what it. 1964, 1965. 1960. Hey, yeah. It's that same color and smell that they have today. And I had used Listerine and I ate these Danishes. And somehow the smell in here was, after I watched this video on these embalming fluids, these dead bodies, their bodily fluids leaking out of the caskets onto the ground. And he said it smelled a little bit sweet. And it was a really strange video, and some ghost or spirit came to visit me after that from the 1960s. Let's play the video.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but
The devil, a commercial. No, that was a good commercial from God. There's played really loud. That I don't have the rights to use. Okay. Here's the video already playing.
Horrible. Now, some of these people have been removed, but there's still dozens of people interred in this mausoleum. So there's been an ongoing battle of who's responsible for this. Now, there is no saving this building. This building needs to be torn down. And
God's responsible for it.
I believe back in the mid-2000s, when this place was considered or deemed abandoned, there wasn't a state.
So that's the video. You can check it out on my channel. This is John. This is Dada. Hi, Ayla. This is Dada. Hi, this is John. This is Ayla. This is Dada. Hi, Rowan, Ivan, and Ayla. Hi, Mama. Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Praise Jesus. You can watch the video on my channel. It's a link under the video description in this video. Oh, let me check out the comments. Sorry. Let me check out the chat on here. See if let me see if somebody, let me see. Hey, this is good. Oh wait. See if anybody's chatting. It's so strange. It's so early in the morning. There are two watching, one watching, but nobody has said anything in the chat. It's so early in the morning. I have people who watch late at night and during the day, and they're not usually awake to watch my videos early in the morning. Al's been getting a bunch of views on his live videos. He filmed a bunch of videos on his channel, but he is getting, see, like right now, if he films a live video, like he'd get way more views than this. I've been getting more views in my shorts videos, but hardly any compared to how it was when we had millions of views on every video. Well, I'm gonna go. Okay, praise Jesus. Praise Jesus. I'm gonna go. Believe in God and Jesus and you'll be saved. Okay, great. Okay, bye. Yep, that's John. Okay, praise Jesus. Bye. I love you, Ayla. You watching this? Hi. You watching this? Who would be mean to their children? I believe him to go huge at stuff and as good and big and godly a way as possible. If they're supposed to be small, they're small. You know, everything for God and Jesus, for them to be their best for God and Jesus, not just their best like Al would say their best. I don't know. And okay, but you know, for him to be godly and good, and for everybody watching this to be godly and good.